Well, as most of you are probably aware, there is another hurricane coming to Florida, and that is Hurricane Milton. And obviously, it is going to impact a lot of people, including myself, who are more on the east side of Florida. So we're definitely keeping an eye on this situation. So I figure, obviously, a lot of people want to know about the theme parks and obviously the storm. And since I'm sort of in it, I'm not in the weather game, but I figure we'll do some updates on here as news, comes out and talk about it here. Before I go on, though, I just want to say, obviously, first off, thoughts and prayers with people that will be directly impacted and people that are, recovering from Helene. So anything regarding theme parks here, it's not, being passive or dismissive of the potential impact on people and property and everything of that nature. But this is going to affect some of the theme parks. And so we got an article here from Florida Today. I'm not going to read the whole thing, just going to go through some snippets and some updated information that they have. And then we'll, give some thoughts on it. So hi, I'm Jared with Capture the Magic. And this is from Florida Today. And they are asking the question, will the theme park close? But before we do that, where Milton is currently, this is as of this morning, this is October 8th, recording this about noon. About noon. This is about where it's at right now. And then, hurricanes can change. They can move a little bit. So it could go a little more, a little more south. Depends. They say, again, not me, but, people that are in the know of this say it should weaken. But that's probably not going to make much of a difference in terms of, the category of it is just the wind speed. But obviously, the other issues arise from a hurricane, which is, rain and flooding and potential tornadoes and other issues like that. So that's the current path that it's on. These things wobble. Having been from the Midwest, I'm very familiar with, tornadoes and, taking shelter for those. But hurricanes, they wobble, they change a little bit. And sometimes, they can change last minute and go places where they didn't always anticipate, but that is the current model of it right there. Now, in terms of theme parks, is Disney World in Orlando closed for the hurricane? They are operating under normal conditions as of now. They have shut down the ability, though, to make park reservations for today, October 8th, and also tomorrow, October 9th. And they've made some adjustments based on the latest forecast. So Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, the Copper Creek Cabins, and the Treehouse Villas at Saratoga Springs will temporarily close beginning tomorrow at 11 a.m. And when it comes to Universal, they just released this as this is from WDWNT. Breaking: Universal Orlando announces closures ahead of Hurricane Milton. So it's ahead of Hurricane Milton making landfall in Florida this week. Closures have been announced for Universal Orlando. So this is what they put out here. It says, due to Hurricane Milton, on October 9th, Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure, and City Walk will be open until 2 p.m. and will be closed on the 10th. Universal Volcano Bay will be closed on October 9th and 10th. Halloween Horror Nights is going to be canceled on the 9th and the 10th. And it says, our hotels remain operational as they focus on taking care of our guests. We anticipate a full reopening of our destination, including Halloween Horror Nights on Friday, October 11th at our normal operating hours pending the outcome of storm impacts. In terms of if you have a trip planned, can you get a refund? And so according to the website, Walt Disney World will make exceptions, and they have stated they will make exceptions for this and issue refunds, with the hurricane going on. And it says the tickets and reservations were booked directly through Disney. Dates can be modified as well. So if you did, use a third party or something like that, you can reach out to them and they can help you with that as well. The good thing, though, I suppose, when you're talking Central Florida, when you're talking the theme parks is, as hurricanes get over land, it should weaken, but still, this is a massive storm. So a lot of times people will, head to Disney or Universal to ride out a storm. Given, we rode out Ian back in 2022, I believe, is when Ian came through. And, the buildings are built to withstand, hurricanes, Cat 5 hurricanes and things of that nature. But, I know some people watching this channel have said that they're in the Tampa area and went into, Orlando because it's, while it's not going to be great necessarily in Orlando, it's going to be better than being in Tampa, where this is going to make landfalls. Now, Universal Studios hurricane policies, very similar to Disney's. They say can't make guarantees about the weather, but your travel plans can be stress-free. In the event of a hurricane or tropical storm warning issued by the National Hurricane Center or a state of emergency is declared for the Orlando area, which it has been, you can cancel your Universal Parks and Resorts vacations package, hotel room only accommodations, and Universal theme park tickets booked directly with Universal. And then if it's third party, you probably have to go talk to your third party provider on that end. You also have Busch Gardens, and a lot of the theme parks in the area are going to be impacted. And one thing too, as well, I do wonder about, you've got Epic Universe construction. That's something that potentially could be impacted. So again, lives and people's homes and things are much more important in this situation. Not making light of that, but I do, hopefully I'm sure they are putting, getting things prepared on the construction site so that there's not a lot of potential, damage that they would have to redo in the sense of, after the hurricane comes through, and especially after one that just came through with Helene. So a lot of, as of right now, there's just a lot of wait and see, it seems. So a lot of it depends on when it makes landfall and, what it's looking like as it comes in. Because, again, these things can change. But as of right now, it's a very massive storm. And again, we're keeping an eye on it for sure because we're more on the east side of the state. So we're not going to have a direct hit, but there's still things, to worry about it. And if it goes north, it goes south and things like that. So again, just wanted to update on the current status of everything as it seems of right now. And again, Disney is not taking on reservations. I believe Universal still is. So last time, again, when we went to Universal for Ian, we were able to make a reservation the day before. I do believe they cut that off at some point. Of course, they may also sell it, but I don't think a lot of people are going to be, fleeing toward Orlando. I think most people, if they are going to evacuate, are probably going to head more north, as this storm is going to basically encompass most of the state at this point, is what the figures look like, except for maybe Miami and the very bottom of Florida. As of right now, this recording, that's kind of where things stand. When you're down here long enough and you deal with hurricanes, it kind of becomes a wait and see what it's doing, and have contingency plans in place, have water. We've got water and all sorts of things to, as they say, prepare for the worst, plan/hope for the best. And as things change, if something changes today, I'll put out another video because, again, this can be hour by hour sometimes. Again, not that I'm getting into the meteorologist game here, but as somebody who lives in Florida, I am keeping up with this, so I might be able to provide, some perspective, I suppose, if you find it useful. And if not, there's always the Weather Channel or wherever else you want to check out for all this stuff like that. But as of right now, that's really all we know. Hopefully this weakens quite a bit. I would love to hear that this is weakening and the potential impacts won't be as massive. Either way, that's going to be it though for this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel, as we do lots of coverage here of Universal Studios, Epic Universe, Disney World, and pop culture. And of course, let us know in the comments what you think about everything here. And I know many of you in the comments said you're on the, the west side of Florida, the Tampa area. Seriously, just wish you guys the best. Thoughts and prayers. Hope you get to safety and ride this out and come away unscathed. But until next time, we will see you in the parks.